right, so Vola Guitar sent me this magnificent QGM7. This is a ridiculous guitar and it's a signature guitar for a pretty awesome artist. And today I want to figure out not only how does it sound, but how does it sound through my setup for heavy music, for clean tones, for some lead tones. Yes, we're gonna play some lead tones today. So let's go ahead and dive into it, shall we? So for those who don't know the story behind it, the QGM7 is actually the signature 7-string model for Quentin Godet. Now he is the guitarist for Kadinja and 1056, two pretty awesome bands. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Dude's got riffs for days and is definitely a ridiculously skilled guitar player. He has managed to spec out a fantastic 7-string with Vola guitars. Now, as usual, I'm gonna read off some important specs for y'all here today. If they're not important to you, skip straight to the riffs, okay? So what we're looking at here is a roasted bolt-on maple neck on an Alder body, 16-inch radius, we have dot inlays, we have a Graphtec nut, 24 medium jumbo stainless steel frets. This is a 25.5-inch scale, which we'll get into a little bit later. The pickups are the Vola Ice Fire pickup set. These are really sick, and there's some really sick controls on here too that are unique to this model, such as a switch that adds the neck pickup to any slot on here. So if we're on the bridge, I can immediately add the neck pickup to that. Again, we'll get into all those controls later. And then there is a toggle switch here that switches the bridge humbucker from just a normal humbucker to coil split and then to series, I believe, either series or parallel. Let's see what it says on the guitar. Switches it to parallel. And so you can get a lot of tonal variety out of this guitar. Fantastic for a 7 that's supposed to cover a lot of ground from heavy to pushed cleans to everything in between. If you look up Quentin, he is quite a robust guitar player, so he needed something that would obviously serve that purpose. This is a Godet 510 trem, a fantastic trem. You've heard me say that about this trem over and over again. Every trem guitar that I have with the Godet 510 on it, I have loved. There's nothing, I have no notes about it basically. And it does come with a Vola Custom Series gig bag. Obviously, it is a signature series guitar, so it comes with a great gig bag, and it's just a fantastic guitar overall, but you're not here for just the specs. Let's go ahead and take a listen to it. What we're playing through today is my Mesa dual rectifier because it is my all-time favorite amp at this point. We're gonna go through the clean channel, and we will obviously go through the distorted channel. I will be running the opaque drive from Substation Onyx as the overdrive for my choice here, and then the TC Sentry for the noise gate that's in the effects loop. We'll also have the Strymon Blue Sky for some reverb on here, and we will have the Mako Mark II D1 delay from Walrus Audio. Might not use any other pedals today besides a foot switch to switch between the clean and dirty channels, but let's go ahead and dive in if I can find a guitar pick, and let's see what this thing sounds like. We are on the distorted channel already, so let's go ahead and, hear that. So, important to note here, I'm only at about halfway up on the gain on the Mesa Boogie here, and that is because I prefer to push it with an overdrive. So you can hear what these pickups are doing, and you can hear these are not hot, high output pickups, at least not to my ears. They do sound extremely clear, and that's gonna be a theme that you'll notice with all of Vola's pickups, in my opinion. If you dial your stuff in right with these pickups, you're gonna get some amazing sounds, but you'll get an insane amount of versatility through the different amps and plugins and such that you might plug it into. So, that being said, let's get to what I prefer. Let's put on the boost. Name that song, y'all. There's gonna be a lot of spring noise coming from here because I haven't put any foam in the back to mute those springs. So if you're hearing that, that's because I don't have my gate turned on very aggressively because we're gonna do some lead stuff today and I don't wanna be fiddling with that the whole time. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna play through some riffs and we're gonna mess with this pickup array because there's a lot going on here. We're gonna stick to the heavy stuff right now and then we're gonna go over to some of the cleaner stuff in a moment here too. So right now we're on the bridge humbucker. I'm gonna cycle through all the positions on the pickup selector and then I'll mess with the different switches. So bridge humbucker again. And we'll go to the next position. And the middle position. And then the fourth position. And then the neck. And don't worry, we'll get to some leads in a moment here. I'm gonna put it back to the bridge pickup because I want to show you this next toggle switch here, which is going to let us toggle between coil split and then put it into parallel as well. So let's go full humbucker. And then we'll go coil split and you'll hear some noise here. And then we'll go ahead and put it into parallel as well. So we'll flip that all the way up. And then back to full humbucker. So what's cool about this is if I flip it to the next position here, so now we're rocking the middle pickup and we're rocking the bridge humbucker. But if I then turn on this switch right here, it's going to add the neck pickup to that. So I'm gonna be using all three pickups. I actually haven't tested this under gain yet. It sounds really cool under clean, so let's see how it sounds under gain. So sounds cool. It's not really my thing for this. You can see how this would sound pretty cool under like a pushed, like low gain setting. That's not my style of playing. I don't know any riffs under that style anyways, so we're not gonna go there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the bridge pickup and turn off the neck pickup, and we're gonna turn on some delay and reverb, so that way we can just mess around with some lead tones. So let's hear how that sounds. Got kind of a slow delay on it right now, but. Not bad, it sounds really cool. This is a cool delay that I've gotten to. It's got some modulation happening there. So now let's go ahead and go through the different pickup selection points here and see how that same lead sounds through that. So we'll go to the next section. In the middle. Fourth position. And then the neck. So I'd say that works pretty well as a lead tone. Obviously, I'm nowhere near the level of Quentin, but I do know this guitar can do what it's supposed to do, and it can do it really well. This sounds really good. Let's try out a couple more lead patterns here that you all have probably seen me playing a million times. All right, so all too easy to have all too much fun with some cool delay and reverb and everything, but let's go ahead and go to the clean channel now. Let's turn off the noise gate, we'll turn off the overdrive, and then we'll just get a nice clean tone going on here next. So right off the bat, you can hear really easy to get a clean tone on here. Again, the versatility of Vola's pickups should not be understated. These are something that can go from pure high gain goodness and chugs to getting extremely clean tones that are sparkling, honestly. And this is a Mesa dual rec. This isn't known for having the best clean channel in the world, so keep that in mind as well. So let's go ahead and just fiddle around with some clean tones, and then I'm gonna turn on some reverb and delay again, just to add to that ethereal-esque kind of sound. Next position. Next position. Fourth position. And neck. Now let's go ahead and go back to the bridge because I want to add in the neck pickup to it because I told you that sounded really cool to me. That's with the neck and the bridge. Now let's go ahead and coil split the bridge and do the same thing. And here's just the bridge coil split. And then let's go ahead and do the bridge in series, or parallel I should say. And let's go ahead and put it back to standard. So it is worth mentioning that there is a volume difference there, and I will account for that when I'm editing this video so that everything sounds pretty close to the original for you. But obviously anytime you switch a humbucker into a single coil, you are going to lose a little bit of perceived volume there. So keep that in mind as you're dialing things in. Doesn't really matter as much on an amp in my opinion because it'll just push the amp a little bit differently. It will matter when you're working with plugins and your audio interface and things like that. But that's also, again, what makes this guitar extremely versatile, because having those basically different outputs that you can keep putting this at will hit pedals differently too, which makes it extremely fun to play with on fuzz pedals. So let's go ahead and add on our delay and reverb now. Again, we're using the Blue Sky from Strymon and we're using the D1 from Walrus Audio. And so we'll go back to humbucker, just regular bridge pickup here. Go ahead and coil split it. And let's go ahead and put it into parallel. All right, back to humbucker. Let's pull the neck pickup into this now. And now let's go ahead and add in the middle pickup to the fray as well. And then let's go ahead and coil split the bridge while we're at it. It's just fun, man. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. Let's go ahead and go to the middle pickup and blend that as well. All right, we're gonna go to the fourth position now. And the neck. I still think the neck might be my favorite, honestly. So yeah, it does the clean thing pretty damn well. These pickups, again, I'm gonna keep raving about them. These pickups sound fantastic. These are great, great, great pickups here. And this neck for a 7-string. So I have a gripe with most 7-strings. And the gripe is they make the necks too wide and too thick. And Vola has proven me wrong on that. So this neck is like, a modern C up at the top frets here, but as you come down into the higher frets here, it definitely flattens out and feels like a thin D over here. It might even qualify as a thicker D up at the top frets here, but it definitely flattens out where it matters down here. I love riffing. We all know that. Anybody that's watched my channel for any amount of time knows that. And so I love having a little bit more meat to the neck down here where the hand sits normally, but I am starting to learn and play leads quite a bit more. So it is nice to have the flatter neck right here because it helps my hand to get into the correct position and, you know, not cramp or anything like that. I don't know the ergonomics about it, but I know there's a lot of 7-string guitars that turned me off of 7 strings for the longest time when I first started playing them. This would have been a fantastic first 7-string. Now, let's go ahead and address the 25.5-inch scale. A lot of people would wonder why this is not a 26.5 or a 27-inch scale. And quite simply, if you go and listen to a lot of the music that Quentin plays, first and foremost, it's not in drop F or drop F sharp. So obviously, you probably wouldn't buy this guitar to put it into drop F. Even drop G would be kind of a stretch for this, unless you wanted to put some huge strings on it. What I'm doing with this guitar is I have it in drop A right now, and that's probably my favorite tuning to play in, except for maybe the A sharp, like John Brown Dadgad tuning on a 7-string. That's extremely fun to play in as well, which on this guitar would be perfect for, you know, normal gauge strings that aren't going to tear your fingers up. If you also look at the lead work that Quentin does, he does a lot of really tasty leads, and he needs to be able to bend. He needs to be able to have really good, like, balanced tension on his strings, and a 25.5-inch scale, even on a 7-string, is going to help him get there. I am rocking a, what did I restring this with? A 9 to 64 set on here, which is great for drop A on it. No issues with tension at all. I'm not having pitch drift. I barely had to adjust the tension on the tremolo bar, and it just works. So I used to be such a complainer, such a whiner about having any 7-string be less than a 27-inch. And I have a couple that are 27-inch. Those live in drop G though. I rarely ever tune them up to drop A, and guess what that means for me now? They kind of just sit there and don't get played. My other 7-string that does have a 25.5-inch scale gets played so much more. Just like this, I've played this guitar every single day since Vola sent it to me as a loaner to try it out. And I haven't put it down. I haven't even touched my other 7-strings. This thing rules, honestly. So I hope that you all got something out of this. I hope that any of this helped you to make your decision to check one of these out. Again, this is the QGM7 from Vola Guitars. This is Quentin Godet's signature 7-string. Look him up, look up this guitar. There will be a link to it down in the description below. It is an affiliate link. Check it out though. This is a fantastic guitar. It really sucks to be sending this one back, but thank you again to Vola for sending these out for me to demo for all of you. If you all have any questions about these, leave them down in the comments below. And as always, peace and love, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye now.